Alright, well let's open them up and see how we do. I haven't started the sealed this month, so I really wanted to do that tonight. It's cool that you get the reward immediately now, which is kind of nice. Seems like a pretty big shout out to Kaifus. I do like this back. I think that I like the last one more though. That one was sweet. Okay. Cut ties can be okay. Damn shit! 2 months. Welcome, welcome. Very nice of you. Cut ties is nice. There's a lot of justice in this pack. Peacekeeper's Helm, Master at Arms, Guard Dog, all pretty decent. Mistress of Light and Primeval Plover can be okay for time. And Alessi. Probably not super great in sealed. It's hard to get a lot of spells that actually matter, but it's something, I suppose. Let's open up all the Fall Apart import ones first. A lot less justice this time. We do have Preserver of Dualities, Hair Trigger Pistol, Coronal Umbran, Rotor Cycle, kind of the standouts. Long Barrel is awesome. I haven't had any other fire cards yet though, which is interesting. Master at Arms again, and a Graceful Calligrapher. Pyro Elemental can be okay. Yeah, mostly Justice again this pack. And an Ava, Eileen's Elite. Whew, that is a bomb. Okay, so Ava's definitely our biggest bomb so far, but then we've got a lot of Justice cards from what I saw. We've got Spell Shield Architect. That's pretty good to get. It's not amazing, but it's just nice because we seem like we might go Haru based on just our opens so far. And Reunite. Okay. That's not the best one. Double Time Weaver. Time Weaver is actually pretty good. Because we had one last back as well. Aerialist, Kopesh, Valkyrie Militant. Pretty medium red cards. There's Argenport Banner and Xenon Banner, but they're not the banners we want yet. Okay. Katra can be insanely powerful if we have the right stuff to work around it. I didn't pay enough attention to see if we did, and it's probably going to get a lot more powerful later on when we open up more and more packs, because the later things go, the more synergies you can make, and the more likely it is that something like Katra can actually work. Like, last month we managed to do a pretty good job with Amethyst Ring and have some different, like, Life Force strategies. Here we have Cabal Slasher and Disciplined Aminara, so more payoff if we get Life Force, but not any Life Force, like, any stuff that actually steals life, so nothing useful that way. Minotaur Lighthoof is really, really good, and so is Blister Sting Wasp, so lots of good Xenon cards here. Copperhull Cudgel is actually fantastic. Storm Crasher is pretty good. And Orc Vigilante is pretty bad. Not excited about our opens yet. Most of these have been medium at best. Wrangler is playable. Xenon Destroyer has Lifesteal. Water of Life. Not excited about that. There is a bomb. Okay, so we've got Ava and Accelerated Evolution as our, like, 2 playable rares so far. Karmic Guardian. Karmic Guardian is another lifesteal one. Elysian Banner and Lightning Strike. We might be able to splash, like, we might be able to be... Oh, like, the problem is this is a hard card to splash. I was thinking of Time. Like, oh, maybe we splash a little bit of Time. But the problem with that is that Ava we really need to play. And then I'm like, well, what if we splash Justice? But Justice has a lot of depth from what I've seen. So that's tough. Wow, Frontier Jito is terrible. Okay, so our rares are doing very, very little for us. That's a bit terrifying. Because our good rares are Long Barrel, Ava, Accelerated Evolution, and maybe Katra. And, like, Long Barrel is good but not amazing. Katra is good but not amazing. It can be amazing, but it's just, like, really dependent on what other cards we have. Accelerated Evolution and Ava are the good ones. And the rest of these are unplayable. Or very close to, anyways. Alright, well, we have our work cut out for us. That's part of the fun of doing Limited, though, right? Limited is all about, well, Sealed especially, is all about making the best of a bad situation a lot of the time. Trying to make sure your bad deck is as good as it possibly can be. Granite Monument, we're going to put all of, like, the fire cards in and see where they are at, and then we'll just kind of, like, move along, see what we have for each color. I don't think I want Mind Fire. It's really good in Draft if you've got the synergy to be very aggressive, but it's so hard to do in Sealed. Hummel's actually a good trick. I don't mind Blink Wolf. Rakana Outlaw's nice. Like, these are playable. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut Fire now. If anything, we might... I mean, again, the problem... I'm like, well, maybe we could splash Long Barrel, double Fire. Maybe we could splash Ava, double Primal. Maybe we can splash Karmic Guardian, double Time. All of our good cards are fairly heavily in a faction. That's really makes it very, very hard for us to do anything. Alright, so we've got Predator's Instinct in time. Training Ground is good. I'm gonna put Water Life in there as a just in case. Man, this got real jazzy for a second with that sax. That sax is going ham. Double Time Weaver is nice. I'm not sure I want a 3-5, but I can look at it. Double Reality Shift's not great either. Peacekeeper's Helm is good. I like Copper Hull Cudgel, Guard Dog. Double Master at Arms is super strong. Graceful Calligrapher is nice. Valkyrie Militant. Victor's Cry can actually be okay. It's really expensive for a combat trick, but like I said, we're going to have a lot of very medium cards. Everybody's going to in week 1, so you're just going to have to fill it out and try and make the best of a bad situation. We don't have a ton of removal, so any kind of combat tricks kind of go up. Lightning Strike. Levitate? Maybe. Levitate can be a decent trick. We're really good at 1. Not quite as good now. Crafty Yeti's fine. Jiral's Frostkin. Turn off the activate drops. I think that you can do that by just deactivating Waystone. Because you don't play Eternal, right, Aether? Scavenging Spike back. It doesn't work. Cabal Slasher might be okay. I really wish we had more lifesteal. I mean, I think that we literally have Water of Life and Xenon Destroyer, and that's it. So Katra's just gonna be out. As much as I would like Katra to be good, but I'm excited that maybe later we can do something with that. Yeah, sorry, Karmic Guardian is the other one, which is why I thought about splashing it. Spell Shield Architect can be okay. Let's put in both of the banners. Oh, well, 3 banners for Xenon. That's just like something that we might be able to use. Clan Hero is good. I don't like Topaz Drake all that much. It's really expensive. Journeyman Armor is good. Field Captain is good. I don't think I'm going to play red cards, though, so I think I should... Yeah, maybe just take Clan Hero and Journeyman Armor and stuff out. See, there's some really good Xenon cards. Preserver of Dualities and Blister Sting Wasp. Alright, so these are all of our playables. Showing mostly time, which is kind of what I expected. I think that we're going to go Combre and try and splash Ava. The issue is that all of our splash is Shadow. We don't have any fixing at all for Primal. We could try and go Elysian, because that's where both Ava and Accelerated Evolution are, and then splash either a little bit of Justice for like Master at Arms and Peacekeeper's Helm, Or we can splash a little bit of Shadow for, like, Preserver of Dualities, Blister Sting. Oh, and Justice would also get Karmic Guardian, which is just huge. This card is bonkers good. I might splash Primal instead. It also gives us light, or, Shadow instead. It also gives us Cut Ties. We don't have a lot of removal. Hey, Nathaniel. Yeah, we're gonna do all sealed tonight. Well, depending on how late this goes. Okay, let's cut the Justice cards. We've got a lot of really solid Justice cards, but nothing that's, like, insane. So I think I'm okay doing that. It's tough. Don't need Mistress of Light. Definitely don't need Water of Life. We have so many medium things. Ugh. Maybe we do just get greedy. Maybe we do just splash Ava. Maybe we go Combre, splash Ava. Or we splash the time for Accelerated Evolution. Maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe it's still Haru. Because the more that I cut here, the less that I like it. Like, as I look at time, our time is... We've got some good ones. Like, I do like Time Weaver. Plover can be okay. I like Preserver of Dualities. Like, that card's good, but it's requiring us to be in 2 colors. All of our early time is pretty bad. Discipline Arminar is not great. Like, let's say we cut all this. Splash an Instinct. Splash an Accelerated Evolution. And then add in, like, Spell Shield. Peacekeepers. So that's 20 cards. We can definitely add in more, too. We've got some cards that are not, like, super exciting, but can be good. Like Aerialist Kopesh. We have things like... Treasury Guard can be acceptable. Miner's Canary can actually hold some of the weapons, so it's not that bad. It also just stops flyers forever, which isn't terrible. Like, Tinker can be okay as a filler card. It's not something I'm excited about. But they can work. Read the Stars is not totally unplayable. Same with, like, First Frost Shaman. Does leave us pretty light on playables. This is a tough build. This is a really tough build. Ceremonial Mask is pretty reasonable. So that's 18 power. I could get around to that. Sure. Like, this is not exciting. But it's reasonable. I'll put it that way. We're gonna add power, export this deck. I'll look at the power afterwards. I think that's about correct, though. Yeah, that looks good. So we'll paste bin this and save it. And then we're gonna look at another of those other builds that we had. Like, now maybe we go for the Elysian Splash Justice build and see what that would look like. So we can cut Tinker, cut Victor's Warcry. keep some of the weapons, like Copperall Cudgel and Peacekeeper's Helm. Cut all the double cost cards, obviously. We wouldn't need Miner's Canary, that's for sure. And this would let me splash in the Karmic Guardian, which I like. We do also have an Elysian banner. I somehow missed that. So that's helpful. Probably wouldn't run Spell Shield Architect if I could help it. Play Plover. I'd probably play Training Ground and be okay with it. We'd still need 2 more playables because it's having us with 19 power. I'm obviously going to switch the power around. Would an 18 power be a touch heavy in the 3-drop deck that we had last? Yes, it would be, but we're short of playables, so I'd rather play more power cards than anything else. And plus we also still have things like Stormcrasher to ultimate, Read the Stars to draw cards. It's not great. Like, I'm not, again, not excited. A little bit of Spellcraft with Peacekeeper's Helm, but it's a thing that we can do. Hey, Lydia! Thank you for the resub.
11 semi-uninterrupted months of pressing this button.
That's not semi-uninterrupted, that is absolutely uninterrupted. That's 11 months. Boom. Crazy to think I've known you for a year. So that would be this deck. You can see our split is pretty even, which is a problem. It does allow us the really powerful Karmic Guardian, like, with weapons build, or with Master at Arms. Which I do like. So I'm going to save this one as well. And I'm going to do one more, I think. We're just trying to go Combre and maybe splash a little bit of... maybe Shadow, actually. Because we have Argenport banner and 2 Xenon banners. So it might be the best to do that. Just for consistency. Somebody had to gift you one of those subs a month. Well... that was very awesome of them to do it. So this way we miss out on Ava, which sucks. Ava is very strong, but... ooh, the Accelerated Evolution's tougher. Maybe I splash that even. Maybe I get like super greedy and splash Accelerated Evolution and Justice and Shadow cards. We do have Elysian Banner, and we have a bunch of Shadow banners. That might make sense, to be fair. So this is 17. We'd want 10 more cards. Could run that. I could run Vorlunk. Could run the Miner's Canary like we talked about. We don't have a lot of 2s. Maybe Tinker. Really, really light on 2s. If we're playing more Justice, we get to play all these again. And now we'd only need a couple of Shadow cards. Like, Splash a Cut Ties. Splash maybe like Blister Sting Wasp. Blister Sting and Preserver. So we splash 3 cards, and this leaves us with 18 power in the deck. We don't have a lot of... I mean, we basically have this as the only Radiant and no other Wisps. But it's still strong enough on its own. 3-3 that makes a 1-1 and then can pump the other 1-1 is still really good. Like, that's certainly acceptable. So yeah, now we have a very light Elysian Splash and a very light Shadow Splash and a lot of fixing for it. I think this is the one that I ultimately want to go with. This one was a tough build. This is a really tough build. I'm not even sure I want a Shadow Sigil at all. We don't have any way to get Sigils. And we have 1, 2, 3 cards. And we already have 3 ways to get it. 4 might be okay. I'll think about this. 14 Justice, 12 Time. Should probably just read this. 3 for 1 Primal is a little much. Something like 2 might make sense. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 time sources. 8 justice sources. I definitely want more justice than time, I think. The only double times that we have are Karmic Guardian, 2 Time Weavers. Well, so that's 3. Double justice we have just this and Victor's Cry, so maybe that's actually correct. And a Primal Sigil. I think I like this. Hey, Denny! Good to see you. So for the people that don't know, tomorrow I'm going to be starting up a stream with Denny later in the evening, where I'm going to teach Denny how to play. I'm going to start a new account, I think, and do a free-to-play run again. So we can kind of match up against each other and learn some things. We'll do a learning stream. So if you're new to Eternal, not a bad time to start. Alright, well. Oh, this is the deck. I think this is the one.